And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OC as we have returned. We have returned here with the grand finals. The grand finals of Code for Giants Cup number 20. We're here to crown the best player in all of Brazil. And we have our top two. We have our top Zerg and our top Protoss. And we are locked into a best of 5. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the Brazilian Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Brazilian Protoss player, the red Protoss. Representing Team Hellfire, it is MasTeR. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. As I'm sure this is going to be a close one here. We have seen these two go back and forth. We have seen Erik take down MasTeR. We've seen MasTeR take down Erik. They do trade blows, and I'm not expecting a 3-0. I'll be honest, I'm not expecting a 3-0. I'm expecting either a 3-1 or a 3-2 in either direction. We'll see how this series does pan out. But the pressure is on. Here we go. We actually haven't casted MasTeR tonight. We missed him in the semifinals as we hopped over to cast Erik. But again, MasTeR, he is a beast himself. He is the best Protoss in all of Latino America. He is an animal. And we'll see how he fares against Erik, as Erik has a very unique style of Zerg. Very unique style of ZvP. Speaking of, there it is. We do have the macro hatchery. Let's go. So it is going to be a hatch pool hatch opener here out of Erik. This is Erik's go-to opener in this matchup. For those that are curious what exactly is going on here, this is a technically more efficient start. I say technically more efficient. The downside here is that it is more greedy. It's a very greedy start to the game here. Basically, you are foregoing queens. You are foregoing your queen production. Your second queen is going to be delayed. Your second queen is going to be delayed in favor of this macro hatchery. In the long run, this favors you, but you can be punished, you can be abused for the low queen count. So there is a give and take here that you have to kind of take into consideration, as the hatchery does make up for your otherwise lost inject. Likewise, it makes up for your otherwise tumor as well. So the hatchery does give you a boost. It also gives you extra larva coming into the mid game as well. So it does give you just overall a boosted economy. Is a more efficient start, but at a cost. At a cost of queens. Meanwhile, back at home, MasTeR going for his own Stargate opener. Standard play. Stargate play here out of MasTeR. Stargates into Oracle into a third. We don't really expect MasTeR to deviate too much. He is very much so mid-game oriented, very heavily blink oriented as well. That is usually MasTER's style. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, Erik going lair first. Okay, so hatch, pool, hatch into gases, into now lair. With this, we can rush into early hydras. We can rush into early spire as well. I do know that Erik does like playing Muta off of this. Meanwhile, Phoenix opener, not Oracle. Link does confirm. Phoenix is here. Phoenix first here out of MasTeR into the Oracle. We'll hunt down the Overlord. We'll hunt down and deny vision. And Erik, how do we respond to this? Are we still going to go Spire? Are we still going to go Muta? I mean, it's only one Phoenix, right? It's only one Phoenix here. So Muta play can still work. It is still risky to embrace, but possible. It is still possible. As we have the Stargate into Robo. Okay, Mass is popping up a little bit as well. Okay. We're all going in our own directions. The lair has completed. Ooh, okay, it's going to be Hydras, not Spire. Interesting. We're going into Hydra production instead. Our setting up is going to be Lingbane Hydra out of Erik. Likewise, MasTeR securing himself. Going Robo into Twilight Council. In the Twilight Council, we have gateways being thrown down as well. And this looks like, I'll be honest, this looks like Archons. To go for a delayed Twilight Council typically means Temple Archives. So Temple Archives into Archons into Storm. We'll see if that's the case. As we are waiting for that take of choice. Yep, there it is, Temple Archives. Whew, okay, we still got it. It's been a while. But yes, this is an Archon build, an Archon-based opener. Going for Archons, then into Charge Lots, not into Blink. Not into Blink, not into Stalkers. And Charger Archon honestly can trade very well against Ling Hydra, which is exactly what Erik is building up. So I'm concerned. A lot of this defense, once this army does get across the map, is going to come down to the Banelings. Banelings, they need to shut down the Zealots. If they do not, then Erik's going to be in trouble. As we're getting ready for the Archon drop, at the same time, Erik does move out across the map, headed for the mineral line, headed for the third base. Does head for the third. Now going to be deflected. Archons are morphing in. And MasTeR making his way towards that natural. Likewise, Erik pokes in towards that mineral line. Oh, not bad. Gets 3 probes. 3 workers go down. Archons move in. Erik out of position at the same time, though he's breaking into the mineral line. MasTeR is not ready. He's not ready for this. Again, his Archons are across the map instead. They are getting damage done, but that pales in comparison to this, as that's going to be 15 dead workers. And MasTeR, he's just going to fall over here. Yeah, the base is going to fully commit. We're going for the base trade. Let's go. We're going for the base trade, Erik. He's racing back over the drones. No, get out of here. Oh, they do stack up. Yeah, massive Archon volley is going to be going up. 6 drones go down, and he wants the workers. He chases them down. Match control with the Prism. Will keep up. Erik tries to split. Oh my god, they just melt. They just get deleted. 17 drone kills. Ling Hydra did race back home. Whew. Prism survives and recalls. And now we have to take stock here. We have to take stock as MasTeR. Yes, he lost the base. He lost the base. He lost part of his mineral line as well. That is true. But Erik, he lost 17 drones. He lost that much more. MasTeR, he has the higher, he has the better economy. He has the better probe count. Now taking a third base. Erik needs to redrone, and he did go for the Spire. Of course he did. He went Ling Hydra into Muta. 1 Muta, by the way. Just the one. Yeah, Erik, he can't afford too much else. Okay. Okay. Speaking of the 1 Muta, get shut down immediately. So not the best investment here from Erik. He has to pull back into Banelings, into Hydras. He's actually forcing another Phoenix out of MasTeR. So actually that 1 Muta is doing some damage. As Phoenixes are going to be lackluster here. They're not really going to help too much against Ling Hydra. Yo, was that the plan for the Muta? You know what? If Erik wins this game, I'm going to ask him about the Muta. I'm going to ask him if it was designed to try to force an overreaction. No shot. It's got to be a mistake. Gotta be. As Storm is done, plenty of High Templar, plenty of Storms. Erik taking a 4th base, going for the gold, still trying to saturate. Again, Erik's economy is still lackluster, and I have to favor MasTeR here. I'll be honest, I have to favor MasTeR. He's got Archon, Immortal, Storm, High Templar. Like, he has a very, very robust army. And Erik is still stuck droning. Like, he can't really keep up too much. He does have a Hydra Force himself, but it's so vulnerable to storms. The problem here is that I can see this army just crumbling to storm. Like, Erik cannot fight this head on. Not without either Banelings or without Lurkers. I mean, he's investing into +1 range. Oh, sorry, +1 air attack. Lings, they slip in. They barely do slip by. Flooding into the main, but there's a cannon in position. Here comes MasTeR, a terrifying army. Zelta overextend, Lings from behind. Attempt this around. Nice storms. I should say, nice that we're forcing out these storms. But there's still many more behind this. Oh, but that splits. Erik. He's crazy. Avoids the storms, but there's still more behind this. There's still at least 3. Ooh, down to 2. Down to 2. Erik pulls away. MasTeR moving forward. Once again, Erik setting up the concave. Baiting out more storms. And MasTeR has to be careful. He's running out. He's got 1 storm left. 1 storm remaining. You can see there in the center, soon to be 2 storms. He needs a little bit more time. There's the storm. And now he's out. Now he's out, he has to pull away, gives up the expansion, gives up the base. Erik could try to keep pushing, waiting for Banelings instead. And this will give time for at least one more storm to finish up. Yeah, there's one storm here available. Soon to be two. One storm for now. Erik's heading to the concave. No bailing speed. Fleet beings on the way. And Erik taking a little bit too long to engage. At the same time, defends at home. Defends the run by. Okay, bailing speed is done. Does roll in. There are the two storms. Oh my god, the storms, they just shut this down. Again, MasTeR able to buy enough time for these storms. Despite that, he's now out. He's out of storm. And without any more storms, can Erik break through? Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, reinforcements have arrived. Archons do finish up just in time. And with the help of these Archons, MasTeR, he can overwhelm. Again, Erik, he was so close to breaking this army. MasTeR does pull back, not too confident without storms. Then we go for more High Templar morphing in. We have the carrier on the way. Getting to his carrier. Okay, to some carrier production, to some Sky Toss. Just the one. Oof. Storm popping up. Does pop up. Erik pulling back. Storms are ready. There's 4 High Templar, each with 1. And you can see here that the storms, they just bully back the Ling Bane. This army has no longevity for Erik, and we do see that MasTeR is done it. He breaks through. And MasTeR, he's looking to kick things off with a win here. As he chases Erik all the way back. And again, Erik, he has no lurkers behind this. He has no supply to surround. That would have been the only chance for this kind of army. MasTeR, he overwhelms. The Prism has the right to reinforce. There we go, massive warp in. Hydras, they dive forward. They don't get the Prism. And even if they did, I mean, there's just too much on the ground. MasTeR, he gets some of the gold. And the gold base is going to fall. The one thing keeping Erik in this game. GG gets called, and MasTeR will take game number 1. Whew. GG. MasTeR will take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense start to the game. We had 2 base Hydra out of Erik into Spire as well, into the 1 Muta. We saw Erik go for a pseudo base trade where, yes, Erik, he did kill the 3rd, but Erik lost 17 drones. If that hadn't happened, if he hadn't lost so many workers, then Erik would have been in a beautiful position, but it wasn't worth it. In the end, sure, he killed the base, but he lost even more back at home, and that set Erik behind. Erik, he was struggling to keep up from that moment and failed to do so. Wasn't able to sustain himself. GG. GG, well played with that. Erik does, or MasTeR does take a lead, and the pressure is now on Erik to bounce back. As a reminder, this is a best of 5. Best of 5, plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more games to come, but the pressure is now on. And again, you can see that, again, MasTeR, he is very, very familiar with Erik. Very familiar, very much so. And he's able to keep up with him. He's able to keep up. As you can hear the beeps, we are getting into our next game. I'm going to be on King's Cove. Interesting. One of the larger maps of the map pool. One of the larger maps. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, of the King's Cove, we have the South Korean Zerg. Oh, South Korean? Jeez. I'm still waking up. I mean, the Brazilian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing the CranKy Ducklings. From Korea confirmed. What does he stand for? Who is he? He stands for endurance, righteousness, intellect, and kangaroo. It is Erik. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. The blue Protoss from Brazil, representing Team Hellfire, leading the series 1-0. About to be hatch blocked. It is MasTeR. Here we go. Yeah, the drone has arrived, and here comes that hatchery across the map. So a very different start here from Erik. We opened up last game with the MasTeR macro hatchery. This time we open up with the hatch block instead, and we do force an inefficient start out of MasTeR. Let's go. Let us go. MasTeR forced to pull the boys. That's going to be 5 probes off the mineral line, not mining, instead attacking a building. And again, Erik should not allow this to finish, should it cancel eventually, and may even go for a gas steal in the main. Meanwhile, MasTeR he's across the map. It's going to be hatch into a pool opener out of Erik, as the probe is on patrol. Erik, he does not want to take the unnatural natural, not on King's Cove. I mean, welcome. King's Cove is a very large map of the map pool, very defendable on 3 bases. As a result, we see a lot of late game, or a lot of mid to late game on King's Cove. As the hatchery, ooh, he's getting low. He's going to be cancelled. Hatchery is cancelled. The drone's still patrolling around the location just to delay a little bit further. And here comes that macro hatch. So hatch block into pool, into macro hatch, into gases. Jesus. Okay. Let him cook. And because we're taking our gases here, I believe this is going to buy some time for the Lings to move out to deal with this probe to eventually expand. So a very quirky start here from Erik, but I mean we're getting there. We're getting there, Pappy. As Lings have arrived, and Erik can now expand. Again, it is a late expansion, I will say that, but an expansion nonetheless. Erik is going to be sustaining himself. Likewise, MasTeR is also getting into his own natural as we speak as well. Was also delayed. So both players have their kind of openers disrupted here. Who comes out ahead, who comes out on top, that becomes the question. I want to say that Erik, he's used to this kind of position a lot more, so he's very comfortable playing from a more awkward game state. I want to believe that. As he does take out one of the Lings. Behind the Stargate opener out of MasTeR, we do have our 3rd hatchery on the way for Erik already. Getting to his 3rd. Just stretching. As Zep says shade and they get shut out by the queens. Not bad. One Zep goes down, there's 1 Zep left. Behind this is another Stargate. It's going to be an Oracle opener out of MasTeR. No Phoenix first. Ooh, as MasTeR, he does get a drone. Gets 1. Takes on 1 drone for 2 adepts. Or I guess 2 Lings and a drone for 2 adepts. Better trade for Erik. Does defend well. Taking his 3rd base. Get into his gas income. Now, on a larger map like King's Cove, I would say that 2-base muta play or fast layer into mutas is more viable on this map. So that is going to be an option. Speaking of options, though, MasTeR, he opens up with the Phoenix after the Oracle. Once again, very safe play, and once again will deter Spire play out of Erik. If it's what he wanted, he's going to be denied it. Oracle dives into the main. At least attempts to. Gonna be zoned away. Gonna be zoned back. Erik for now, he's holding. And is going for a 5-minute lair. So it's still lair first, lair before any other tech structure, but far later than previously. Meanwhile, Lings, they get across the map. To get across. So they snipe a pylon, they buy some time. Once again, was it a Robo follow-up? Yep, once again, Robo into Twilight Council into Temple Archives. This is the same build that we saw last game out of MasTeR. This is an Archon-based opener. into charge, into storm. So the exact same build here. I mean, obviously the opener was disrupted by the hatch block, but overall the same setup from MasTeR. Same endpoint. And this time Erik is playing it safe. We have a Roach Warren on the way. So +1 melee into Roaches. This time he'll have a much more effective army against the initial forces of MasTeR. Again, Ling Hydra, as we saw in the last game, is just so fragile. It's so fragile, and just being stuck on Ling Hydra against MasTeR Mark on charge, it doesn't bode well. It didn't go well for Erik in the last game. But again, he's getting out of that this time. As he's going for the Spire and the Hydrogen at the same time. Okay. I see you. Let's go. Bold move. Now, when it comes to the mutas, I believe he only intends to make a handful of them if he sees an opportunity to go into like 5 mutas. So the Archons, they drop in. They get 1 drone so far. Roaches are revealed. They're keeping up. Keeping up with the Archons. Hatchery under fire. Erik trying to keep up. Oof. Bleeding out Roaches. Again, the Archons, they trade very well. He wants those Roaches. He wants them. Oh my god, 1 Archon falls. Miscontrol there by MasTeR. That should not have happened. And Erik does defend. Behind this, we have another Phoenix on the way. The Spire was not scouted. But despite that, is making that safety Phoenix. Again, MasTeR, he feels like something is up. Something is amiss. +1 flyer attack. MasTeR getting another base, another 4th. 4th expansion on the way. Erik just droning. Erik is just droning up. He's taking into Roach speed, into +1 range as well. This is why I believe that this Spire is only intending to make a handful of mutas, not to go mass muta, just because we're investing to upgrades elsewhere. There it is, 8 mutas for Erik. I don't think he plans on making any more. Yes, he is taking into his Hydras and Lurkers as well. It's so tech heavy. It's so much greed. Lings, they do not slip in. Zipa going for the Cybercore. Cybercore under threat. Erik just distracting his opponent. There's our first Storm. Storm is revealed. There's 4 more High Templar. 5 in total. Ooh, as Erik shuts down the Prism. Prism goes down, forcing out more Phoenixes. But remember, it's only a harassing amount of mutas, not mass muta. Down here to push 1. Storm is going to be coming in. Brutal Storms. Mutas, they pull away. Phoenix is already in position. MasTeR defends. And Erik backs off, and now he's droning up to 80. He's got a solid drone count, switching out of muta into Lurker tech. He's almost there. Again, Erik has been taking so much this game. But because the King's Cove is so large, I mean, it's safe to do so. This time, as opposed to the previous game, outside of Archon Harass, there's been no Zealot run bys, there's no main push. MasTeR has been stuck at home. And the part of that is just how large the map is. So Erik playing this out well. There is 8 Lurkers are morphing in. Lurkers do morph in. So Erik moves out. Moves out across the map. Lurkers are in position. How many Lurkers? 12! 12 Lurkers so far. They hold the line. MasTeR unable to break through. Rotating instead, at least trying to. Lurkers, they're able to keep up. That's a lot of creep going down. Yo, let's go. We have Corruptors on the way. MasTeR behind this, going into a second Stargate and a Fleet Beacon into Sky Toss. +2 air attack. This is going to actually help support the Corruptors really well against the Sky Toss. The setup. I mean, it makes sense. It all plays into each other. I mean, the Lurkers are here to defend the ground, and he's already ready for Sky Toss here. Tempest production has begun, but we have Corruptor. And +2. Like, Erik, he's really well set up for the late game. Meanwhile, 1 and 2 Templar go down. Massive pickups. Takes down the High Templar. Takes down an Oracle as well. Erik here will throw away his roaches, but he needed to. He wants to refine his army. Making room for more Corruptor, more Lurker. Throws down a wall of spines. Jesus. He's getting ready for that later game. As MasTeR loads up. Head into the mineral line. Mutase will shut this down. First going for the Zealots. Despite that, drones are falling. And the prisoners to get the hell out of here. The last one be able to. There's some falls, 7 drone kills. I mean, still good damage. 7 drones and a queen. Good damage here from MasTeR. Corruptors are revealed. And we're just maxing out. So we're building up to our greater late game armies. MasTeR getting into Sky Toss with some ground support. I would say has maybe too much supply in his ground army. Or as he's throwing down more side defense to make up for that. Throws down a wall of cannons and shield batteries. Erik moving in. Storm goes up. Storms are good, but alas, the Corruptors are better as they break through the Storm line. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3 Tempests. And barely gets another Tempest as well. 4th Tempest goes down. Mothership does arrive, but doesn't save the Tempest in the end. Doesn't save them. They'll say move out. Ooh, they do avoid the main army. Nice fungal. But the Zealots, they break through the wall. MasTeR being very committed with this. He wants to throw this away. We mentioned before that MasTeR has too much supply in the ground. He agrees. He wants to get rid of this and get into more Sky Toss. Refine his army. Another fungal locks him down. That Erik he will defend. He will lose another 12 workers. And he will lose that wall of spine crawlers. He will defend. Was forced back home. More Tempest massing up. 3 Tempests at a time. And Erik is taking into Broodlords. Let's go. Broodlords are on the way. Okay, they deny the 5th. Rabbi set up. Workers moving forward. Tempests have been revealed. That's a lot of Tempests. 6 Tempests here for MasTeR. At the same time, Erik he does try to hit that southern base. Wall of cannons will defend. Drones being thrown away. Drew then the fungal. Doesn't do much here. He's slowly gaining ground. Let's say that bleeds down the Lurker. Oh, yoinks in. He gets 1, he gets 2. Takes down 2 Tempests. Did I say 2? He gets 4, he gets 5, 6. Oh my god. Yoink 6, but 2 of them will escape. Just getting 4. There we go, getting 5 in the end. 5 Tempests go down. MasTeR a little bit too close with those Tempests. Nice storms though. Locks down the Infestors. At least tries to. And MasTeR will take the fight. He breaks through at the same time, though. The mineral line is going down. Lings, they broke through the southern base. Oh my god. That I was not expecting. The Lings, they cracked. The 2-0 Lings with Adrenal. They take down the Mineral Line. They drew the economy here of MasTeR. Erik across the map. What do we have? We have Broodlords. Broodlords are on the way. Reinforcing with Corruptor. A couple of Hydras as well. Bit of an amalgamation here of army. There it is. The Lurkers are coming in to overfind this. Now, I'm most concerned by the lack of anti-air. Checking the army tab here, there's 0 Corruptors, soon to be 3. And the temp is kind of still quite high. So I'm a little bit concerned by that. Only 3 Corruptors and 7 Hydras. Very limited anti-air. Very limited. Lurkers waddling in. There's MasTeR rotating over towards the top side. He's going to be rotating. Erik does spot this. Does respond. And again, he's got 7 Corruptors against 10 Tempest. We need the Vipers to pop up. Speaking of, they get 1, they get 2. Oh, the feedbacks are brutal. They take down 3 Tempests. 2.5. 2.5 Tempests go down. We've got 12 Corruptors are on the way. Erik forcing the recall. Lurkers, they do waddle away. 2 of them do. Erik, he defends. He has time to build up his army. 16 Corruptors. And who has the better late game army control? I would favor Erik in the mid game, but here coming into late game, I'm less confident. Oh, is this where the Starduck practice comes into play? True. Oh, the practice. People splitting in. Never mind, we're backing up. The map has been cut in half, and I mean, this is what we expect on King's Cove. King's Cove is known for being a large map for the late game as well. King's Cove, Abyssal Reef, Neon Violet Square is what we expect. What a way to start the series. Ah, no. So I'm stretching. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, I slept really poorly. Like, my body's aching. Maybe I'm getting sick. It's possible. Could be getting sick. It's all good. We'll make it through it. Make it through the best of 5. Lings at night the expansion. Broodlords, okay, we're gaining ground. We're picking away at the cannons, the shield batteries. Really very slow, methodical play here by Erik. Has to be so careful with these Broodlords. If he ever overextends, the Tempest will punish this. So some delicate micro here by Erik. Forced respond here to the Crown Army. Broodlords, they should be fine. And we, for the most part, have Broodlord Infestor. The Lurker count was reset. Didn't even notice, but yeah, over time the Broodlord count was reset. Tempest, they move in! Oh my god. They move forward. Erik, he responds. I was about to say I would like to see like a line of spores behind this. Like spores and spines here. To push forward. Lings a counterattack. They knocked down another expansion. Oh god, there's just so many cannons. Jesus. So many cannons. Speaking of Zealous, they run into a wall of spine coolers. They can trade well here, though. There you go, some of the spines. Likewise, getting to the mineral line. 56 lings in production. That's a lot of lings. And we'll see if Erik is able to get into the natural domain. Currently, there are storms to defend. Main armies, they do clash. The lanes, they go for the center expansion. They get into the mineral line, not bad. Ooh, those are brutal storms, though, and he stands in the storms. And Erik stands in the storms. The mothership is going to go down, but the corruptors are so low, and the mothership survives. Yeah, better fight here for MasTeR, but at the same time, he'll lose the economy. So MasTer's main fight is greater, but back at home, bases are going down, mineral lines as well. Going from one base to the other. And MasTer is committed. He has to push through. Erik has to buy time. And pulling away, fungals, they pop up. Corruptors are going to dive on the army, but the corruptors are going to be cleaned up. Yeah, this is not the dive we're looking for. Erik losing every corruptor. He has 20 corruptors in production. Needs to be cleaned up. Got auto! That's his own investors. 2 left. Yo, and has a MasTer done it? Here come those corruptors, they dive in. Oh my god, the storms are brutal though. He takes us, he just stands in the storms. Yeah, takes the storm to the face. And with that, MasTer, he will deflect. Will deflect the corruptors. Knock down the expansion. Erik is in trouble. Erik has bled out a little bit too much here. Now this one, he has nothing to do with the Sky Toss, but he needs that ground army as well. Whether it's Lurker, whether it's Broodlord, he needs one of the two. As time goes on, MasTer is just rebuilding his his Archon and High Templar based army. He's rebuilding. So is Erik. Erik, his drone count is in the gutter, by the way. Like he doesn't really have an economy. He lost the base. He lost the mineral line. Erik is struggling to rebuild. So is MasTer, but MasTer, he has more efficient mining, and his main army he did preserve for the most part. He preserved most of the high-tech units, the expensive units, like the Tempest and the Carrier. And yeah, MasTer, he's getting out of hand here. He's going to be the first to max out. Erik, he needs time to expand. He needs time to even double expand. Take more bases and drone up, but that shouldn't be the case here. Once MasTer reaches 200 supply, he should push. He should be pushing. He might want to wait for the mothership. It can be risky moving out without it. Like the mothership allows recalls. It has a slow zone. The cloak. The mothership holds a lot of value. We'll see. This MasTer is moving forward. Move forward. Now, Erik has maxed out, which is impressive, by the way, but Erik's on a really low drone count. He's on a really low drone count. What does this mean? This means that Erik, cannot replenish this army too easily. which is a really rough position for a Zerg player. As Zerg players, that's typically their advantage, is to replenish their army, to remax and rebuild as quickly as possible to have a second fight. That isn't really the case here for Erik. So he attempts a run by. MasTeR moving forward. Erik forced back. He can potentially surround this army. Let's go! Yeah, it does get on top of the Archons. Not bad. Dusts around. Gets one. Gets two. The pickups. Let's get two Archons. As MasTeR now going to be incorporating some Void Rays as well. Just as much anti-air as possible. Now with some solid power bombs, like there is a chance, maybe. I think there's only one Viper there. Yeah, only one Viper. And here we go, the fight just commence. Broodlord's getting picked up. Lings, they do hit across the map. But it doesn't matter, we just go for the fight. Massive storm of the Corruptors. Corruptors against it in a way. The Tempest, they reign supreme. They just shut everything down. And MasTeR, he's breaking through. He breaks through, takes down all the Corruptors. A couple of them do trickle in. But there's nothing left. There's nothing left. Erik will lose every single Broodlord. At the same time, Erik, he tries to counterattack. He's remaxing on Corruptor Ling. He will get an expansion. But it's about the main army. The reality is that this main army does not care about those Lings. MasTeR knocks down an expansion. He will recall back home. Does recall in time. Does recall. From here he moves forward. And again, the Corruptor army, just on its own, it doesn't really do much here. It gets a couple of carriers, which is impressive. Oh god, but the storms are still so brutal. There's an Archon underneath the army as well. MasTeR moving in. More Corruptors are on the way. That was 27 Corruptors for 6 carries at a Tempest. That's crazy. It's crazy. Lings, they counterattack once again. Going for the expansions. They knock down the cannon. They trade well against the Zealots. These are Cracklings, of course. They're cracked. And we'll get into the Mineral Lines. Some damage is dealt. And Erik, he's just going for mass link floods. I mean, what else can he do at this point? I will comply. So you're going for all these ling run-bys into the bases. Moving out across the map. At the same time, oh god, yeah, DTs, they get across. No detection, no! 17, 18 drone kills. The DTs, they pop off. 0 detection. Yeah, late game DT harass can be so frustrating to deal with. As detection has arrived, DT finally, should go down. But again, this Skytos army, it should not fall. Erik is doing a great job when it comes to distracting, that is true. He's distracting, he's going for these run-bys. If he had an economy behind it, then it'd be great. But, down to 30 workers. He has 16 Corruptors and a Viper. So he has an anti-air army that has been building up. They're slowly building up here. Getting more probes. I mean, the worker count of MasTeR is also very small. Like, it's a very small economy here for MasTeR. But he's got the large army. as he's moving in, knocking down the last mining base, or the most important mining base of Erik. The base does fall. Erik at the same time gets a mineral line, 16 probe kick. I mean, Erik, he is doing a lot of economic damage. The worker counts are neck and neck. Gets the expansion as well. These things, they're popping up. But we're ready for the aim. Oh, nice abduction. Gets one carrier. Does two-shot a carrier. Here pulls away. Gonna try to abduct another carrier. Erik, he kills both mining bases, by the way. So MasTeR, he has no economy. Okay. Oh, Yoinks one Tempest. Just get it. Tempest goes down, but there's 7 Tempests and 4 carriers left. If Erik had more Vipers, then sure. He just had the one, and it went down. Viper did full. And I'll be moving in. Ooh, as Erik, he pleads out another Corruptor. Every Corruptor counts. Okay, if he fights with Spores. Nah. Nah, no shot. He pulls back. He's gonna make his final stand. His final stand. Trying to hold on. So, brutal storm here on the Queens. Links from behind. Corruptors, they dive in. They get a Void Ray. They get one carrier, but the storms are brutal here. It's a second carrier barely. Can't even get a fourth. So a third even. A third carrier goes down. So that's it. That's all the Corruptors here. Down to 2, down to 1. And there are no Corruptors left. The Tempest, they maintain air control. GG gets called, and MasTeR, he will take a 2-0 lead in the finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. I mean, Erik, he was getting a lot of damage done. Shout out to the Ling run-bys and Ling counterattacks. He was killing probes, he was killing bases. He had crippled the economy, but at the end of the day, it did not matter. The main army was still terrifying. It was still something that could not be dealt with. Erik, he never really had an answer to that Sky Toss. Unfortunately, Erik, he just never really had much of an economy to begin with. Is a problem that he at one point droned up to 80, but then he got knocked down to around 60, and he never really droned back up, so he just stayed on a low eco kind of game state. Because that, he was very all in with how he was playing. That leads us into game number 3, and things are looking bleak here for Erik. The pressure is on. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance at an ace match. Let's go. The pressure is on. Also, I will say, now, I was planning to maybe stream and ladder after this cast, but, yeah, I'm not feeling too well, I'll be honest. I don't know what it is, for the past 2 days. I just, slept really weird, and, my neck is killing me. Like, my joints. There we go. So like periodically I've been like getting up and I'm like stretching and doing squats and like trying to get my body back into gear. Jesus. But regardless, we're now up 2-0 here from MasTeR, and the pressure is on Erik. Now, our players are asking for a break. It makes sense. It's been an intense finals here so far. A really long game as well here in game 2. So our players are asking for a couple of minutes. They're asking for a break. We will give it to them. So we're gonna be going on a break ourselves. We're gonna be going on a break. I'm gonna do like some push-ups and stuff. We're gonna be going on a break, and when we come back, we will have our game 3, potentially the finale of the series. I hope not. You know, my heart bleeds here for Erik. He's my boy. I want him to do well here, but the pressure is on. So we're going to be going on that break. When we come back, we will have the remainder of the finals. See you soon. See you soon. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals. So the grand finals here of the Code for Giants Cup number 20. We are jumping into game number 3. Again, we had a short break here, a short reprieve, because we had a very long game too, but now we are back. We have returned, and the pressure is on our Zerg player. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can bring it home and force the ace match, or if it all ends here and now. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the Brazilian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss from Brazil, leading the series 2-0, representing Team Hellfire. Needs on us one more game to win it all. It is MasTeR. Ooh, pull first. Okay, we do have a pull first opener here out of Erik. We'll see how aggressive we intend on being. See how he does move out. At SJS. Here we go. So far, we're going to be settling in to have our initial hatch gas. Oh, sorry, pull first, pull into hatchery. So once again, a unique build here by Erik. He is quite fond of going for that faster macro hatchery, but this time it's going to be a pull first variation. So pull first, Lings do move out, Probe is going to be forced back, and back at home, MasTeR is setting up here with the gate into expand into Cybercore. Let's go. He's setting up, so I should say gate cyber expand. He's setting up, he is walling off back at home. Here we go. Here we go. Behind this is going to be a Stargate opener out of MasTeR. So standard setup here, MasTeR did open up safely, did delay his own Nexus in favor of the faster Gateway and the faster Warlock into a Stargate into Oracle-based play. Meanwhile, Erik back at home just droning up. For those that are curious when it comes to this opener, once again, just to reiterate, it is a delayed second queen, so you do delay your queen production in favor of an extra hatchery, in favor of more larvae in the mid game, but it does mean that you are more vulnerable back at home. On large maps like Abyssal Reef, I do like this though. I do like this. I do prefer this on maps like Abyssal Reef, King's Cove, and Neon Violet Square, just because the likelihood of there being early game aggression is very low. So far, Erik is settling in, and MasTeR back at home, not Oracle, is opening up Phoenix once again. Is opening up Phoenix. So now, Overlord goes down, does get a full scout, does confirm the Oracle follow-up. Does confirm the Oracle. Likewise, pulling away. Likewise, does pull away, getting his third base, building up, taking up into his own Twilight Council. Now, we've seen a lot of Archon drop base play here from MasTeR. Not here, not this time. Is doing Twilight Council into extra gateways, into, I would imagine, Blink, but could actually transition to Glaives from here. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on MasTeR. Back at home, Roach follow-up. And, oh my god, there it is, Glaives. So early Twilight Council into Glaive Adepts, and MasTeR is going to be hyper aggressive. Now, thankfully, Erik is getting a safety Roach Warren, so he will have the tools to defend, getting to Lings, getting to Roaches. Meanwhile, MasTeR is gearing up and getting ready for his assault. Now, this is not an all-in. I should bear that in mind and wind it back a little bit here. This is an aggressive follow-up, that is true, but this is not all-in. From here, MasTeR is going to be saturating his third base and teching into Immortal production, but this is a way to catch a greedy player off guard. If Erik was going Ling into Muta, if he was going Ling into Hydra, if he skips Roach production, then Erik could just die, or he could just lose far too much. But here, he checks, he scouts, he confirms, he sees the Adepts. He sees the morphing in the Adepts, he does see the Adept count, he is aware of what's going on, and Roaches are amassing. So far, good scouting and good reaction by Erik. So far, so good. Adepts, they do shade across the map. Here we go. MasTeR does move out. Does move out again. Adepts that have since been revealed. We have a full wall here at the natural ramp. We have a full wall. Roach Ravagers amassing. Lings building up as well. Oh. Does hit the third. So far collapsing on the Queen. Nice round here with the Adepts. The Vials! Oh my god, they barely don't connect. MasTeR does slip away, but so far, no economic damage. That's what matters here. No economic damage. Erik, he is on 53 drones, throwing down gases, now droning up even further, taking a fourth base. MasTeR defends. Sorry, Erik defends. He does defend. And from here, MasTeR is transitioning. Remember, as a reminder, this was not meant to deal critical damage, but was meant to trade at least and get some workers. So with this, I would say that MasTeR is falling slightly behind. Overlord Speed is an interesting choice here from Erik. He can set up for Drop Lord Harass. Can set up. But now that the Oracle does dip in, gets a Revelation, gets a full scout, and does confirm the Hydra death. So big scout here for MasTeR. He is aware of Hydras. I believe MasTeR saw the Infestation Pits. Barely not. Didn't see the pit, but did see the Hydras. So already is somewhat aware and is taking up into Storm. So Temple Archives into Storm is gearing up. And we are taking the fourth. Fourth base is on the way. MasTeR taking more defensive stance. After the Adept aggression has failed, he's just going to be more defensive. He's going to set up. I'm curious if Erik is planning to go for any kind of Drop Lord play. For now, Overlords are fanning out. Building up his Ling Roach Ravager. Has Hydra upgrades, but no Hydras yet. And he does find the Adepts. Does find them. And this is what we were waiting for. What do we see? The Dropper Lords. Let's go. Again, that's why we got Overlord Speed. Dropper Lords are on the way. Oh no, he gets spotted. Yeah, he gets spotted, he gets scattered. MasTeR does spot the army. He's going to engage ahead of time. Oh, MasTeR not quite ready though. Barely any Zealots. Has to back off. MasTeR, he has to pull away. Archon gets picked up. Is going to get picked off despite that. Oh, we have drones going down. The Adepts, no, they get in. No, the Adepts, they come back. They come back and they wreak havoc here. Initially, the Adepts, they did no damage, but now 13, 17, 17, 18. 18 workers. He's not done. He's done. 18 drones go down. Brutal economic damage here in the bases. Not like this. Likewise, Erik dropping across the map. Trying to get something done. And he's pushing. He's committed. Is moving out. He has to break a base. He has to get into a mineral line. Has to catch an army. Has to do something. MasTER still building up. He has the greater economy. Here we go. Doom drop into the natural. Up. As we do load up. We're dropping. Meanwhile, MasTER is in position. He has storms. He's ready. Building up more immortals. And Erik, he needs a distraction. He needs to distract, but MasTeR, he doesn't take the bait. He's still ready for this. He's still in position. Erik dropping further back into the main. Does go further in. Oh. Does go for the mineral line. Not bad. It does get some workers. MasTeR does respond. 11 probes going down. Not bad. Erik, he does hit the right-hand side as well. Despite that, though, MasTeR, he is holding. Erik is maxed. He's maxed out. He's trying to break MasTeR here and now. 12 workers is a good start. He's getting more. Dropping into the third. Catching the High Templar. Gets one, he gets two, he gets three. Oh my god. 3 High Templar go down. Massive pickups. No more storms. MasTER slipping up. He's slipping up his defense. Losing too much. Mortals, they hold their own. They're trying to at least. But this is getting out of hand. It's becoming critical damage here. MasTER is falling apart. He had the tools to defend. But again, he lost too much in the main. Now he's losing too much here at the third. Storm goes up. He lost most of his army. And MasTER, he does plummet in supply. As the expansion falls as well. Yeah, brutal pickoffs here. Erik moving in. GG gets called. He pulls MasTER apart, and the comeback has begun. Whew. GG. We're going to game 4. We're going all the way to game 4. Again, things are looking dire here for Erik, even after the Adept harass. The Adept harass was brutal. So many drones had gone down. But Erik, I'm a little bit surprised that the Doom Drop did as well as it did. Remember, MasTER, he was in position at the natural, which is why Erik didn't go for the natural. He went straight for the main base. And by the time MasTER responded and reacted to the drop in the main, damage was being done. MasTER was distracted. Erik, he dove on the frontal army. He sniped all the High Templar. Again, just a lot of small missteps there from MasTER too quickly, consecutively there. And Erik did snowball out of control. GG. GG, well played. As that leads us into game 4. Let's go. Let us go. We go. So we're going to be loading in. And has the comeback begun? Can we force the ace match? Can we force game 5? As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our blue Protoss player. We have our blue Protoss still leading the series at 2-1. Still one game away from taking it all. It is MasTER for Team Hellfire. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Zerg player from the CranKy Ducklings from land of Brazil. Does put a point on the board. Can he force that ace match? Going for an earlier gas, more so than any other game in the series. Gas pool into a delayed hatchery. It is Erik. Now with this could be a couple of different things. This could just be a link flood. This could be fast link speed. Then he pulls out a gas and he goes for a link flood across the map. Then he expands. This otherwise it could be fast roaches. It could be spawning pool into a roach warren, into a roach rush early on, then into droning. This could be a bane bust where you throw down the bane nest thereafter and you just commit all in. We'll see how aggressive or how tempered Erik is going to be. How hard is he going to commit? As the probe does dip in and does confirm the opener. Now, what's important here is that Erik didn't prioritize gas. Like, he did take it early, true, but he only put 2. Only put 2 in gas, not 3. So no big prioritization. He does have some links on the way, but this feels like link speed into, yeah, he gets link speed, then he pulls out. Now, MasTER, he did scout. MasTER, he did confirm the gas timing. He confirmed how late the hatchery is. MasTER should be responding with a full wall back at home. This is an aggressive start. Ooh, does go for the gate cyber into Nexus. Bit of a greedier response. But again, this is an aggressive start here from Erik. But we can see that MasTER, he doesn't take the bait. This is not an all-in. This is not an all-in here out of Erik. He was hoping that maybe MasTER would overreact. Didn't. Erik, he double expands. Behind this, Erik does double expand. MasTER back at home, chronos out the Zealot, and he does wall up in time. Does wall up in time here. I say that. Oh my god. Whew. Zella pops out. MasTeR holds. MasTeR, he does hold. So here we go. So here we go. Erik does fan out. Does fan out. Erik triple expanding. getting 3 hatcheries right after the initial opener. I mean, okay, Erik, let's go. This is the kind of build that makes me want to play like Erik and have the confidence to like, or even the knowledge to know like what is going through his mind right now. I mean, he has map control because of link speed, true, and because of map control, he can get away with this, and he is. So triple expands, or I should say triple hatchery. Now droning up. Behind this, MasTeR going for a Stargate. And what I appreciate about what Erik's doing here is that, unlike some of the other games in this series, this feels very Erik. Like, it feels like he's in his rhythm. We're here, Pack, we're here. We got Speedlings early on, mass expanding behind it. From here, going to be droning up. Likewise, MasTeR does take his third. Does take his third base. And is slowly expanding. And Erik, he's not really going to be applying too much pressure, not yet. I say that 8 more lings are on the way, so Erik, he can threaten the expansion. And then he's just droning from there. Then he's just droning up. Here we go. No, Erik, nah, believe, Pappy, believe. Those things are amassing outside the third. Overload into the main. Oh. Those things, they do shut down the Adept. First Adept goes down. First Adept does fall. The other does survive. So far, MasTeR, he is holding. He's holding on. Going for his Robo into Twilight Council. This looks like Archons again. This feels like MasTER's go-to. Like almost, actually, every game so far. Yep, every game. Temple Archives into Archons. MasTeR is a big Mana fan. This is a build that Mana has been refining over the past couple of months. I say refining, I mean, it's been around for a long time, but Mana's been very much so in love with it. A lot of the Polish Protoss players have been, and it looks like MasTER has taken note. Players like Max Packs, they do this like every now and then. They sprinkle it in. But MasTER is all over it. Again, it's just a really robust style because it gives you Archons, Storm, and Immortals. Like, it allows you to have a really kind of robust mid-game, I should say. Can be very safe. The downside is you don't really have much map control. Your map control comes with the Archons instead of Blink Stalkers. There's a lot of attention to detail here when it comes to marking these Archons. They have a lot to do. They have to scout, they have to harass, they have to keep Erik busy. And so far we get the drop into the main. So far we do get a couple of drone kills. It's going to be, what, 3 drones going down. Going for the extra orbit. Oh, almost. Three drones. Dropping back over. Headed for the mineral line. Okay, 5 drone kills so far. Pulling back. Decent damage, and again, this is all just to harass while MasTER builds up back at home. So 4 drones, strong start here for MasTER. Doesn't lose anything, pulls away. Does pull back. MasTER is gearing up towards Storm, towards more Immortals. here we're settling in. And now we defend. Now we hold. Again, without Storm, MasTeR is not going to move out. He's just going to chill back at home, building up towards Storm, towards Blink, towards Charge. +1. Then we'll push. Likewise, Erik getting to Roach Hydra. Building up towards this Roach Hydra, towards Lurkers. Armies do back up. I do give the edge to MasTeR here. Again, the economic damage was pretty good, and MasTeR, he's looking very safe back at home. I assume that we'd be taking up into Lurker Tech. Once again, Erik going for a Doom Drop. Okay, now, we saw how well this worked out last game. Erik, he was able to pull MasTeR apart. MasTeR had a really hard time controlling in multiple locations at once. MasTeR, he lost all of his High Templar, so there's potential here with this Doom Drop. Potential. We'll see. As in a head-on fight, I do favor MasTeR. Erik trying to distract once again. Pulls MasTeR's attention away. So the run by towards the northern base. Gets 4 drones. Gets a handful of workers, distracts the reinforcements. Likewise, Prison drop into the main. MasTeR doing a great job here at delaying Erik. Does delay him. Erik, he wants to push, wants to move out. And MasTeR is just hurtling into Skytoss. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an avenue you can take from here. Just Stargate, Fleet Beacon, turtling up, building up. Doom Drop moves out. And they do miss each other. Whew, just barely. They do miss each other. Oh, there we go. As they run in. Yeah, MasTeR does spot the drop. Erik has to pull away. Erik is denied. At the same time, setting up an army on the right-hand side. Oh! Almost catches that Prism. Almost does catch the War Prism. Erik coming in with the intercept. Does get it. Doesn't have to worry about a counterattack. Ooh. Storm will zone. Storm zones away. Erik rotating over. Takes out the cannon. Pulls back. Likewise, Doom Drop into the main. Still gets in. Still does bust in. Spots the Stargates. Takes down the Temple Archives. No more High Templar. Erik, he's committing. He's maxed out. Gonna be forced back by the Storms. Likewise, takes down... Ooh, not quite. Yeah, the drop in the main base is gonna be completely cleaned up. Good defense here by MasTeR. He did lose the Temple Archives. Is rebuilding. Mothership's on the way. And Erik, he has to get more done. He needs more done here. Yeah, he's not ready for Skytoss. Oof. Storm pops up, shuts down the Hydras. And there's still more Storms available. Oof. We get another Storm. And another. Okay, we avoid the last one. Zealots take it across the map. And Erik, he's running out of steam. To be honest, he's running out of steam. He needed more damage with that drop. It was okay, but not ideal. As Erik, now he's down 20 workers. He's down in drones. He's going to be down in bases. A 5th base is on the way from MasTeR. Erik, he's stuck on 4. And Erik, he did not take into Hive. He has a Hive, that is true, but he has no lurkers ready. Oh my god. Oh, the Storms! As Storm does catch Erik off guard. Another Storm zones away. Tower going to be knocked down. Oh my god. Almost crushes the army. Almost some big brain plays out of Erik. Let's go. Lunges forward. Storm zone back. No Storms left. But the Stellar Army as they continue, and there's nothing in position. Once again, distracting Erik, catching out drones. He has to pull back. Has to pull away. Does have to pull away. Likewise, MasTeR building up his carriers. MasTeR getting into a greater army. He's maxed out. And yeah, the pressure's on Erik. He has to pop over these drops. He has to get into the main base, get into some mineral lines. He needs to do some kind of economic damage. He gets spotted. MasTeR does spot the drops. Hydras, they dive in. Oof. Storms are brutal. There's recall into the main. Yeah, with that recall, the mothership should be enough. Yeah, the Hydras, they dive in, but the Hydras, they fall. Yeah, the mothership survives, shuts down the drop. At the same time, army moves forward, but this time MasTeR does maintain its forces, does maintain its High Templar. Say that. He gets one, he gets two. So High Templar go down, and here comes the Sky Toss. Oh, does get the mothership. Mothership falls, but you can see Erik, he just cannot sustain these losses. Erik, he's down to a 3-base economy, 66 drones. He cannot sustain this. Cannot sustain himself. And despite Erik taking the last game, and despite him making a series out of this, an ace match here, it's not looking likely. Erik, he lunges forward, takes down 1, 2, 3 High Templar. Again, trading very efficiently. Very nice pickoffs. But it's about the main army. It's about everything coming together here for MasTeR. Gets another carrier. Erik, calm down, bud. Calm down. Gets a carrier. Baits out a storm. MasTeR rotates to the low ground. And he's cleaning Erik up. Now, thankfully, Erik does have a ninja base, essentially. He has top left. It is mining. So he has some kind of economy here, but again, he has no other tech. It's just purely Ling Hydra. Like, there's no Vipers. There's no Lurkers. There's no backbone to his army. Ah, Zelt, they find the base. They restore the economy. Every worker goes down. And MasTeR doesn't even need a Sky Toss anymore. I say that, we do need Storms though. Without Storms, these Hydras, they can trade well, but the Zelta coming to reinforce. GG gets called. MasTeR breaks through the defensive line, and MasTeR, he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's Code for Giants Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. MasTeR, he will claim the series. He will be our champion. Congratulations. Erik, he was our previous champion, but here he does fall at the hands of MasTeR. And what I will say is that MasTeR, he didn't play this way last time. This is a new style from MasTeR. It is not a new style in StarCraft. As I was mentioning, if you've been watching Mana as of late, players like Mana, players like Christiana as well, Geralt, the Polish Protosses, they have been embracing this style, this build that MasTeR was flexing here. What I'm referring to is an Archon drop opener. Stargate opener into Archon drop into Storm has been very trendy amongst some of the European Protosses. We have seen the Koreans haven't really touched it. They're not really too interested. MaxPax and Skillus, they play with it a little bit. They like sprinkled it in like maybe once in a best of 5. So MaxPax and Skillus, they rely on it a little bit here and there, but not really. They still focus on Blinkstalker play. But some of the other European Protosses have been embracing it, and looks like MasTeR has taken note. Looks like MasTeR, he has found a style that he enjoys, and again, it's quite terrifying to deal with, especially if you don't tech up, right? If you're not willing to tech up into Lurkers and into a later game, then it's just a really safe way to play. What I mean by that is that if we had like Ling Hydra aggression or Roach Ravager aggression, you have like a robust Immortal and Storm count to keep you safe as a Protoss player, to keep you safe, to keep you saturated, to build up to 4 or 5 bases and tech into Sky Toss. Like it's just a really safe way to play. The downside is that you don't really have much map presence outside of the Archon drop, and it means that the Zerg player can be more greedy. This is where Erik's faults lie. Erik isn't a greedy player. He isn't an economic player. He's aggressive, which is why this style works so well against him. Like Erik, he wants to be in your face. He wants to go for these drops and go for Nidus Worms and go for these counterattacks. But if your opponent's being really defensive, then, I mean, you're kind of playing into their hands. Winding it back, when it comes to what is favored against this style, is to be greedy, to take more bases, to cut corners, to rush into lair tech, to rush into hive tech, and rush into lurker tech. And kind of get there by the time your opponent gets into their own, more robust ground army. And then we end up in the late game with Sky Toss versus like Hydra Lurker into Broodlord. Like that's usually what it leads into. It's hard to kill a Protoss player that's doing this early on. Not impossible, but it's a little bit more difficult. And yeah, Erik, he might not have too much experience playing against this style either, playing against this, Archon drop follow-up into Storm. It is definitely something a little bit more unique and not as mainstream as as a playstyle. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here, MasTeR. He will claim the series, and my condolences to Erik. Regardless, coming in second place is still a strong feat here for Erik, so very well done. But a shout out to MasTeR for becoming our champion here. Congratulations. Congratulations to MasTeR. With that, that is going to be wrapping up our broadcast for the morning. Again, switching our scenes over here to our schedule. We do typically cast multiple times a day, but not today. Today, we only have the one broadcast here in the morning. We do have the evening off. This is an initiative that we are taking, that we are trying to embrace this year. It's kind of like my New Year's resolution is to have half a day off. Half a day off a week, at least. Because up until this point, for most of 2024, we just cast twice a day, every single day. And the downside to that, one, it means that my entire life revolves around StarCraft. I live, I eat, I breathe StarCraft. It's all I do. It also means that I have less time to do other things, and it would be nice to have a little bit of time off, a week. And yeah, that's why, at least for Wednesdays, we have half a day off. let's go, Papi, let's go. Ay. So yeah, so we have we only have the one broadcast today. Because of that, we could stream. I might stream and ladder tomorrow. When it comes to today, very much on the fence about it. I might do. I feel a little bit better. I was feeling really out of it and really fatigued coming into the finals and coming into the semifinals as well. But at the same time, I want to ladder. I want to stream a little bit. I haven't streamed in far too long, so I might be able to pull that off. Here. Regardless, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Again, if you want to tune into more of the CranKy Ducklings, we're going to be live tomorrow with the Homeowner vs. Aurelian show match, the Podcast, we have OSC Season 12 Championship, we have Little League Cup, we have plenty of content on the horizon here for the CranKy Ducklings. Plenty of content, plenty to come, plenty to arrive, so do consider following us. Follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Discord, all things CranKy Ducklings, !socials in the chat, and you'll get a link to our social medias if you want to be notified when we go live. We go live, as you can see, on a daily basis, usually twice a day, every single day, but on Wednesdays, we have half a day off, so there you go. let's go. So we have some time to ourselves, and you know what, I'll stream a little bit. I'll do a little bit of ladder here. It's been like 2 weeks since our last ladder session. Let me just double check. Yep, you can actually see here, hold on, you can see our last stream, because I only ever ladder on stream. Hold on, I'll show it off. Bam. It might be too small to see, but it's 14 days. These were casts that we did 9 days ago. But it's been 14 days since our last ladder session, so it's been a while. It's been a while. So we're gonna be rusty, is what I'm getting at. We're gonna be very rusty when it comes to laddering. But you know what? If we don't ladder, then we're never gonna get rid of the rust. We're never gonna get rid of it. So yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan here for today, for at least like 2 hours or something. It's gonna be a short ladder session, just because there's still a lot to do. I have a lot of VODs to edit and a lot of scheduling to do for social media, but I will have a cheeky ladder session. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. With that, we are going to be wrapping up, and yeah, you can also support us on Patreon if you wish. Yo, shout out to OK Boomer in the chat. Thank you so much. God, Papi God. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. Oh my God. Do appreciate it. And I apologize for being a little bit low energy or a little bit distracted at times during the broadcast today. I just didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well. I'm actually now becoming more energetic in the final game. I'm now more energetic towards the end, but towards the beginning I was a little bit more low energy and a little bit distracted with my mind wandering. So I do apologize for that. But we're here, we're back, and yeah, we'll see you guys either tomorrow for some more casting, maybe later on in the week, of course, as we are live every single day. Again, we cast more StarCraft than any other channel out there, more StarCraft than anyone else. Plenty of content, plenty of quantity, a little bit of the quality, a little bit. Thank you. So we're going to be heading off. And again, I'm going to be live on my personal channel over on light_VIP. We'll see how that ladder session goes. It's going to be an interesting one, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun, I'm sure. We'll see you then. See you there. Otherwise, see you guys next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao. Papi, ciao. Hasta luego.